And what is up, guys? This is Full Gaming in 6 here, and welcome to this tutorial 10 part 1 on how to create a zombie first person shooter game using the Unity game engine. I must apologize for the delay in the series once more. Some personal affairs came up that needed my immediate attention, so I had to deal with that. And also I've been having some problems with the screen recorder. Sometimes it records the video, sometimes it doesn't. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Now anyways, I'll get right down to the tutorial and not waste any time. Now I did state in a previous tutorial that I'm going to be focusing on the zombie model today and also doing a recap. Now unfortunately I'll make a separate video which is going to be tutorial 10 part 2 on the recap, and part 1 is going to pretty much deal with the zombie. Alright, good stuff. Now if you're new to Unity, I'll have a link in the description for the previous video. Just give me a moment. Yeah, I'll have the link for the previous tutorial down below, so you guys can click on that, and in the description of that video you'll actually see a link below that for the complete project. So you'll just download that, extract it with your whatever extracting tool you have, and then you can use that package. All right, good stuff. Now do note we're using Unity 5.6.0 right now. I think Unity has upgraded to Unity 2017. Point one, I'm not entirely sure, but it's something to do with 2017 though. Yeah, so do keep that in mind. All right, good stuff. Now there's going to be a link in the description below for the necessary things in which we'll be using for the tutorial, like this link here, just in case you guys don't like the zombie. I have this zombie model which I found on the Unity asset store just by searching. You guys could use this. I think it actually has some animations attached to it, so you can use this in the game. Alright, now it's very simple. We'll just go to tutorial 10 and we'll just open it up. Now when you download the zombie model, you import it into your project. It's gonna probably be named zombie. The folder is gonna be named zombie. Within the zombie folder it's gonna be something like this: materials, textures. Might have a folder with named textures or not, and then it'll actually have the model. It will have prefab. Alright, now what you're gonna need to do, you're gonna need to go to rig, just select the model, go to rig, and ensure that the animation type is set to legacy. Alright, now it's usually on this one here. If whenever the game starts up and you know, you bring like a model into Unity and it has an animation, it's usually on this one. So you just change it to legacy and you hit apply, and then you're pretty good from there. Alright, good stuff. Now you can just drag it into your game as well. Let me just have some more light in the game so you guys can see what's going on. Good stuff. Alright, so you can just drag it into the game and just ensure that it has the same position as this game object here. Alright, good stuff. And what you can do after that is just pretty much duplicate the zombie and just drag the zombie model into here and just delete this one. Alright, so you'll just drag the zombie model here and you're pretty good. Alright, if I disable this, enable this, it's there, but it has a small size, so you'll need to scale it up and all that good stuff. So yeah, this is 30, so just paste that there. Good stuff. Yeah, and you just ensure that the same position is set for the zombie model which you bring in, and you can rename this if you want to. Alright, good stuff. But this folder here actually deals with the script. If you notice, the model is a bit up, so you'll need to bring it down within the capsule collider. It's almost there, just needs to come down a little more. that'll do. Yeah, good stuff. Now just ensure that it's within here, and the head is, you know, in the spear collider, which is this. Alright, good stuff. Now, and that's pretty much it. Everything else you could just need to do in the script. Now I'll explain the AI, artificial intelligence, for those persons who are new. That's like the brain of the enemy. Alright, that controls the enemy movements and all of that. Alright, artificial intelligence is very important as well. Now I'll explain this here, not in depth, alright, but I'll just explain everything from the inspector panel here, alright. Now, after you like import your own, that's if you want to, like import your own zombie model, and you already did all of this, you'll just come right here. It'll already have the necessary components right here. So the AI, the first thing here is the target. Alright, now the target is going to be the player. Alright, the reason why I open up the script is to show you from the script what's going on, because if you notice the target slot here actually has none transform. So if you go in the script and you go to function start, you're going to see that target equal game object find tag player dot transform. Alright, so what this means is that once the game starts, because this function start, once the game starts, the enemy is going to search for the game object with the tag player, alright, which is the first person controller. It is tagged player, alright. Good stuff. If you have another game object that is tagged player, you'll need to change that because it'll only approach one of them. Alright, good stuff. Secondly, the move speed. Move speed is very self-explanatory. Alright, that deals with the movement as to how fast you want the zombie to pursue you, as in pursue the player. Alright, rotation speed, this is how fast the enemy is going to rotate according to the player's position. So let's say you're sidestepping the enemy and you're walking back at the same time, so the enemy now is going to rotate to come in your position, because the enemy comes pretty much in a straight line if you look at it. Alright, good stuff. The attack range, this is important as well. This deals with the attack animation. Alright, so the attack range is 2, and the don't come closer is 2 as well. So I'll explain these two because they pretty much need to be the same. I'll explain these two when I reach to the don't come closer range. Alright, the chase range, which is 300, that's gonna be this red circle kind of thing here. Alright, you can adjust this if you want to. It's advisable if it's at like 200, because the chase range pretty much deals with how far you want the enemy to pursue the player. Alright, so we got like 200 right here, and the give up range is 200 as well. So once the player exceeds the give up range, the enemy is just going to go into idle mode, and it's just going to play the idle animation and just stay there until the player is back within that range. Then the player is going to pursue, is going to move and rotate towards the player's position. Alright, good stuff. Attack repeat time, this is another important thing to pay attention about in the AR script. The attack repeat time pretty much deals with how fast you want the attack animation to loop or replay. Alright, because let's say the enemy's animation is, let's say, 1.4 seconds. Alright, and after the enemy attacks the player and the animation is played, alright, let's say that the enemy is still close enough to the player, you would want to have the enemy attack the player again. So that's the reason why we have this attack repeat time here. Alright, so that we can actually have the animation repeat. Alright, now this here pretty much needs to be set according to the attack animation, that's on your zombie model. So these are values in which you'll need to play around with until it suits your model. Alright, good stuff. Now we have animation here. This is a shortened spelling for animation. Now what this is looking for is where exactly on your zombie model the animation is stored. Alright, so if you notice, all the animations are here. So what you'll need to do, you'll just need to drag, just like hold down your left mouse key and just drag this right here. Alright, good stuff. Now the script is going to be able to look on this game object and find the respective animations and just play them accordingly. Alright, good stuff. Now max hit points and hit points. Alright, another important thing to pay attention to as well. Now let me just explain this in terms of the player health. Alright, so you guys gonna pretty much understand clearly. Let's say your player has 100 health, which is a usual in most games, and a med pack is equal to 100, which is like a med pack on the ground. You just go and you pick it up and your life goes back to 100. Now let's say for instance the zombie attacks the player and the health for the player now is down to 5. Alright, now you find a med pack and you use it. So you had 5 health and now you collided or picked up the med pack and your health should go back to 100. Now the reason why your health is going to go back to 100 and not 105, because originally the player still had 5 health and the med pack is equal to 100, so that's like 105. Alright, so the hit point would have actually been 105, but in the script it should be right somewhere here. No, well, I won't be able to explain it from here. I'll more be able to explain it from a health script. Alright, but what I'm trying to say is that nothing is going to exceed the max hit point, alright, in the script. That's pretty much it. Alright, so if hit point is equal to 105, it's gonna be hit point equal max hit point. Alright, so always it's going to just subtract the difference and just bring the health back down to 100. Alright, that's simple. The attack audio, if you use an attack audio here, which is gonna pretty much deal with an audio for whenever the enemy attacks the player, you also need to ensure that there's an audio source attached to that game object. Alright, good stuff. I don't have any right now. When I do, I'll give you guys that pretty much when we're going to be focusing on the audio aspects of Unity. Then I'm going to actually give you guys some audios for the respective elements and models in Unity. Alright, good stuff. Now check rate, this is Boolean, type Boolean. I'm not going to get into that because this is a part of scripting. Alright, so when we go down to scripting, I'm going to explain this. Variable check rate Boolean equal to false. So right now, as you can see, it's unticked, that's equal to false. When it's ticked, it's equal to true. Well, I'll explain that in detail when we get into scripting. Idle animation, walk animation, attack animation, these should explain themselves. These are the 3 animations in which the script is going to reference onto this game object for. Alright, because when you're not within the range, the enemy is going to play idle animation. Once you're within the range, it's going to pursue you using the walk animation, and once it's close enough to you, which is 2 feet, it's going to play the attack animation. Alright, good stuff. Now, one thing to note, you need to ensure that the animation is spelled correctly here. Alright, whatever animation is on your zombie model that you bring into Unity, or even if you want to change the animations, just ensure that they're spelled correctly. If they have uppercase, you need to ensure that uppercase is here. Alright, but in this case it's lowercase, so there's no need for any of that. Alright, good stuff. So everything is spelled accordingly, so you won't end up in any problems. Don't come close to range. Alright, now this and the attack range, it goes kind of in hand. Now this deals with the health aspect of, or I should say the damage aspect of the enemy. All right, in terms of the enemy hitting the player, and then it's going to send a message that the player uh, should the player's health should go down accordingly. All right. Now the reason why these two need to be in hand the same is because, let's say for instance, you're like um, you're like 4 feet away for the attack range. All right. Once you're like 4 feet away, the enemy is gonna already start playing the attack animation, but it's not going to actually affect the player because you're still not within that 2 feet range of the player in order for this function to be performed. Target.send message player damage max hit points. Alright, so it's going to send the damage of this to the player script. So it's self-explanatory actually. All you need to remember is just to have these two the same, so that the animation is going to play accordingly. Alright, now you can play around with the values to suit your liking. Alright, and once you're comfortable with it, you can use it however. Alright, good stuff. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this tutorial, guys. I hope you guys liked it. If you do, you can give me a thumbs up, and do remember to subscribe to keep yourself up to date with my channel. And in the next tutorial, it's going to be a very short one, where it's going to be focusing on the health of the enemy. Alright, and then after that, we're going to be focusing on the building of the player, where we're going to actually have the inventory system and everything set up properly, and not just have this flashlight, probably throw in an axe or a knife in there and some weaponry. Alright, in order for the player to defend itself. Alright, good stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, if you like this video, do give me a thumbs up, and do remember to subscribe to keep yourself up to date with my tutorial series on how to create a zombie first-person shooter game using the Unity game engine. So until next time, continue making games, guys, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Peace.